Hi, I'm Aisha Sharifa from 24/7 Prayer in Canada, and today's verse, Exodus 33:15, says, "Then Moses said to God, 'If your presence does not go with us, do not send us up from here.'" Moses and the children of Israel were about to embark on a journey that would lead to the fulfillment of a promise the Lord had given their ancestor Abraham. In Genesis 17, God said to Abraham, "The whole land of Canaan I will give as an everlasting possession to you and your descendants after you, and I will be their God." This was a generational promise that took hundreds of years to come to pass. But Moses knew that even with the promise about to be fulfilled, with the place that the nation could finally call home just a short journey away, a land where they would be free to worship, to build cities, to invest in agriculture, to finally be at rest, even with all of that just within their grasp, Moses knew that he would rather stay in the wilderness than step into the promise if it meant that God wasn't with them. But why was Moses afraid that God would stay behind? Well, the children of Israel had grown impatient with God and made an idol, a golden calf to worship. As a result, God said he would guide them to the promised land, but he would not go with them. And Moses, in his heart of hearts, knew that if God's presence wasn't there, there was no point living in that promise. If God's presence wasn't the primary evidence, the true fulfillment of the promise, then none of it mattered. In today's terms, he would have said, then what's the point? This is a very convicting passage to meditate on because it's easy to receive the gifts of God and the promises of God in our lives with a lot of joy. But do we seek God's gifts more than the presence of the giver? During this global week of prayer, where the church is uniting to ask God for his presence and glory to be known across the earth, may we pause and acknowledge his presence in our lives and pray for his presence to be evident to those we meet.